Billionaire dared a single dad to quit his job, certain he wouldn't, shocked when he started packing. Have you ever watched someone with power believe they could control another person's life with just a few words? Imagine a billionaire smiling as he tells a struggling single father, "Go ahead. Quit your job. You won't last a week without this paycheck." He expected fear. He expected silence. Instead, the father quietly opened his locker and began packing his things. In that moment, the entire office stopped breathing. No one knew that one simple act of courage would change not only one man's future, but also the heart of the billionaire who thought money could buy everything. Sometimes the greatest strength comes from the people who have the least, and sometimes kindness is the richest gift of all. Before we begin, welcome to Kindness Matters. If stories that restore your faith in humanity inspire you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps us spread more stories that remind the world that kindness still matters. Ryan Carter was 28 years old, a hardworking single father raising his 6-year-old daughter, Lily. Every morning before sunrise, he prepared her breakfast, packed her lunch, dropped her at school, and rushed to his job at a large technology company in Chicago. Life wasn't easy, but Ryan never complained. His daughter smiled every day because he made sure she never carried the weight of his struggles. The company belonged to billionaire Ethan Brooks, a 30-year-old business genius known for building successful companies. Ethan was brilliant, but years of wealth had made him believe that money solved every problem. He rarely noticed the people working behind the scenes who kept his business running. Ryan worked in the company's operations department. He wasn't famous inside the office, but everyone respected him. He stayed late to help coworkers, covered shifts for employees with family emergencies, and always greeted everyone with a warm smile. Even when he was exhausted, kindness remained part of who he was. One Monday morning, Ethan decided to surprise employees with a walk through the office. Cameras followed him as part of a company documentary. During the tour, he overheard workers praising Ryan. "He's the nicest guy here," one employee said. "He even paid for my groceries when my husband lost his job," another added. Ethan laughed quietly. "Nice people don't build billion-dollar companies," he replied. Later that afternoon, Ethan called Ryan into a conference room. "I've heard you're everyone's hero," Ethan said with a confident smile. Ryan shrugged. "I just try to help where I can." Ethan leaned back in his chair. "Tell me, Ryan, if you're so brave, why don't you quit your job today? I bet you won't. You need this paycheck too much." The room became silent. Ryan looked at the billionaire for several seconds. Then he smiled politely. "You're right. I do need the paycheck, but I need my self-respect even more." Without another word, Ryan walked out. Everyone assumed the conversation was over. Instead, Ryan went straight to his locker. He folded his work jacket. He packed family photos. He picked up the drawing Lily had made for him that read, "You're my hero, Daddy." His co-workers watched in disbelief. "Ryan, what are you doing?" one asked. "I'm leaving," he answered calmly. Word spread through the building within minutes. Even Ethan couldn't believe what he was seeing. He hurried downstairs and found Ryan carrying a small cardboard box toward the exit. "I was joking," Ethan called. Ryan stopped. "Maybe you were," he replied. "But I can't work somewhere my dignity is treated like entertainment." For the first time in years, Ethan had no clever response. Ryan walked out of the building. The next morning, Ryan woke up worried about bills, but he refused to let fear control him. After dropping Lily at school, he visited local businesses asking if anyone needed help. Some said no. Others promised to call. That afternoon, an elderly woman named Mrs. Harper accidentally dropped several grocery bags in a parking lot. Ryan immediately ran over. He gathered every item, helped carry them into her car, and refused the money she offered. "You've already thanked me," he said with a smile. Mrs. Harper looked at him carefully. "What do you do for work?" Ryan explained everything. She smiled. "My son owns a community construction company. We need someone exactly like you." 2 days later, Ryan started a new job. The pay wasn't much different, but something felt completely different. People respected one another. Managers knew every employee's name. Everyone worked together instead of competing. Ryan quickly became a favorite among his coworkers because he treated everyone with kindness and patience. Meanwhile, Ethan couldn't stop thinking about the single father who had walked away from one of the highest-paying jobs in the city. No employee had ever chosen dignity over money before. Curious, Ethan quietly visited Ryan's new workplace without announcing who he was. From across the parking lot, he watched Ryan helping a young coworker learn a difficult task. Later, Ryan bought lunch for another employee who had forgotten his wallet. No cameras, no applause, no audience, just genuine kindness. The construction company owner noticed Ethan watching. "You know Ryan?" he asked. "A little." The owner smiled proudly. "He's changed this place in only a few weeks. People work harder because he makes them believe they matter." Those words stayed with Ethan all night. He realized he had built successful companies, but failed to build meaningful relationships. The following week, Ethan invited Ryan to meet him one last time. Ryan agreed. When he arrived, Ethan stood instead of sitting behind his expensive desk. "I owe you an apology," Ethan said sincerely. "I treated you like your value depended on your paycheck." Ryan nodded quietly. Ethan continued. "You taught me something money never could." Ryan smiled. "People remember how you make them feel, not how much you own." Ethan extended his hand. "I don't expect you to come back, but I do hope you'll forgive me." Ryan shook his hand. "I already have." Months later, Ethan transformed his company's culture. Employee assistance programs expanded. Managers received leadership training focused on compassion. Volunteer days became part of the workplace. Kindness became a company value instead of just a word on the wall. Ryan stayed with the construction company, where he continued building not just homes, but hope. Every evening, he came home to Lily, knowing he had chosen integrity over comfort. Sometimes courage isn't loud. Sometimes it's quietly packing a cardboard box and walking toward an uncertain future with kindness still in your heart. Because real wealth isn't measured by bank accounts, fancy offices, or expensive cars. It's measured by the lives we lift, the respect we give, and the kindness we leave behind. If this story touched your heart, remember this simple truth. Kindness may not make you the richest person in the room, but it will always make you the person others remember. And sometimes, one act of courage wrapped in kindness can change a life. Even the life of someone who thought they already had everything.